In the vast emerald heart of South America, a world of labyrinthine rivers and dense, humid jungles exists, largely untouched by the modern world. This is a realm governed by ancient rhythms, where life and death play out in a constant, intricate dance. Here, lurking beneath the murky, slow-moving waters, or coiled silently in the sun-dappled undergrowth, lives one of the planet's most formidable and mythologized creatures, the anaconda. These colossal serpents, the heaviest snakes on Earth, are the undisputed apex predators of their aquatic domain, masters of patience and power. For centuries, tales of these giants have echoed through local folklore, stories of immense creatures capable of swallowing a person whole. While often embellished, the truth is no less extraordinary. The anaconda, or water boa as it is sometimes known, is a marvel of evolutionary engineering, perfectly adapted to its environment. Its eyes and nostrils are positioned on top of its head, allowing it to remain almost entirely submerged while it waits, watching for the perfect moment to strike. Its immense, muscular body is a weapon of pure constriction, capable of overpowering even the most robust of prey. In this journey, we will venture deep into the anaconda's world. We will explore the top 10 countries that provide a sanctuary for these magnificent reptiles, from the sprawling Amazon basin to the flooded grasslands of the Llanos. We will uncover the secrets of their habitats, their hunting strategies, and the delicate balance they maintain within their ecosystems. Join me as we seek to understand the true nature of this legendary serpent and the wild, beautiful places it calls home. Let us discover the treasures of the anaconda's kingdom. Our journey begins in Brazil, a nation that holds the lion's share of the Amazon rainforest, an immense sprawling wilderness that is the quintessential anaconda habitat. Here, the sheer scale of the environment is staggering. Countless rivers, streams, and oxbow lakes weave through the dense jungle like a complex circulatory system, creating the perfect mosaic of land and water that these semi-aquatic giants require. The green anaconda, in particular, finds its ultimate stronghold within these Brazilian waters. They are the silent rulers of the flooded forests and murky backwaters, often growing to truly colossal sizes in this land of abundance. The Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, also spills into Brazil, offering another prime territory. During the wet season, this vast plain transforms into a shallow inland sea, providing an expansive hunting ground teeming with prey. Caiman, capybaras, and a rich diversity of birdlife all fall within the anaconda's diet, and the dense vegetation provides perfect cover for ambush. It is in these Brazilian wetlands and rainforests that the life cycle of the anaconda, from its live birth in the water to its solitary reign as an apex predator, plays out on the grandest of scales, a true testament to the raw, untamed power of nature. We travel north to Venezuela, a country defined by another of South America's great river systems, the Orinoco. The vast, seasonally flooded grasslands known as the Llanos, which the Orinoco drains, create a dramatically different but equally suitable habitat for the anaconda. For half the year, this region is an arid plain, but when the rains arrive, it transforms into a sprawling wetland, a shallow sea dotted with islands of vegetation. This annual inundation creates an explosion of life, drawing in countless animals and providing the anacondas with an immense temporary hunting arena where their aquatic skills give them a supreme advantage. It is here, in the Llanos of Venezuela, that some of the most intensive scientific studies on anacondas have been conducted. Researchers have waded into these waters to uncover the secrets of their movement, their breeding habits, and their incredible patience. The anacondas of the Orinoco Basin are masters of energy conservation, often waiting for weeks in a single spot for an unsuspecting meal to wander by. Their ability to thrive in this environment of extreme seasonal change, from arid plains to expansive wetlands, showcases their remarkable adaptability and their crucial role as a top predator in this unique and dynamic ecosystem. Continuing our exploration, we arrive in Colombia, a country of staggering biodiversity. Its unique geography, with coastlines on both the Pacific and the Caribbean, and the Andes Mountains splitting into 3 ranges, creates a rich tapestry of ecosystems. It is within the country's eastern lowlands, part of the Great Amazon and Orinoco basins, that the anaconda finds its home. Here, the landscape is a mosaic of dense tropical rainforests, winding rivers, and extensive wetlands, providing a diverse range of habitats where these powerful snakes can flourish, largely undisturbed by human activity in the more remote regions. Colombia's commitment to conservation, with vast national parks protecting large swathes of these habitats, is vital for the anaconda's long-term survival. In places like the Serrania de Chiribiquete National Park, a pristine and largely unexplored wilderness, anaconda populations thrive. They share this world with jaguars, tapirs, and giant river otters, each playing their part in a complex food web. The Colombian anaconda is a symbol of this wild heritage, a silent guardian of the forgotten rivers and deep jungles, reminding us of the immense natural wealth that still lies hidden within this incredibly diverse nation. Our journey now takes us to Peru, a nation that cradles the headwaters of the mighty Amazon River. The eastern portion of the country is a vast expanse of Amazonian rainforest, characterized by a network of powerful rivers and tranquil, secluded lagoons. This is the Upper Amazon, a region of immense biological richness, and it is here that the anaconda asserts its dominance in the aquatic food chain. The Madre de Dios and Ucayali rivers, major tributaries of the Amazon, are key corridors for these snakes, their slow-moving currents and densely vegetated banks offering the perfect environment for ambush hunting and thermoregulation. In protected areas like the Pacaya Samiria National Reserve, often called the Jungle of Mirrors for its dark reflective waters, anacondas can reach impressive sizes. These flooded forests provide an almost endless supply of prey, from large fish and caiman to unsuspecting mammals that come to the water's edge to drink. The anaconda's role here is crucial. As an apex predator, it helps to maintain the health of the ecosystem by regulating the populations of other species. The presence of a large, thriving anaconda is a clear indicator of a healthy, functioning Amazonian habitat, a testament to the wild heart of Peru. Venturing south, we find ourselves in landlocked Bolivia, a country of dramatic landscapes from the high Andes to the low-lying Amazonian plains. It is in the northern and eastern parts of the country, particularly in the Beni department, that we find a haven for anacondas. This region is dominated by the Llanos de Moxos, one of the world's largest wetlands, an expansive mosaic of savanna, forest, and a complex network of rivers and permanent lakes. During the annual floods, this landscape transforms, creating a vast, shallow sea that is prime anaconda territory, rivaling even the Pantanal in its scale and richness. The Beni River and its tributaries are the lifeblood of this ecosystem, and their slow, meandering courses are patrolled by these silent giants. Here, the anacondas share their domain with the Bolivian river dolphin and the black caiman, competing for resources in this incredibly productive environment. The sheer remoteness of much of this region has allowed anaconda populations to remain robust. They are the quiet sovereigns of Bolivia's hidden wetlands, a powerful symbol of a wilderness that remains one of the most pristine and biologically significant on the South American continent, a true natural treasure. Our path now leads us to Ecuador, a small country that packs an incredible punch in terms of biodiversity. Straddling the equator, its eastern region, known as the Oriente, falls within the Upper Amazon basin. This area is a world of intense humidity, constant rain, and incredibly dense vegetation. The rivers that flow from the Andes, such as the Napo and Pastaza, slow down as they enter the lowlands, creating the warm, murky, and slow-moving waters that anacondas prefer. Here, in the tangled roots of giant trees and the quiet backwaters of blackwater lagoons, the anaconda finds its niche. Protected areas like Yasuni National Park, one of the most biodiverse places on the planet, are critical strongholds for Ecuador's anaconda population. The park's intricate network of rivers, swamps, and lakes provides a perfect, undisturbed habitat. For the indigenous communities who have lived in this forest for millennia, the anaconda, or Amarun in Quechua, is a powerful and respected spiritual being, a creature of myth and legend. This deep cultural connection underscores the snake's importance not just to the ecology, but to the very soul of the Ecuadorian Amazon, a living link to an ancient world. We now travel to the Guiana Shield, to Guyana, a country whose name is an indigenous word meaning land of many waters. It's a fitting description for this nation, which is crisscrossed by an immense network of rivers and creeks flowing through vast tracts of pristine rainforest. Over 80% of Guyana is still covered by forest, much of it remote and inaccessible, creating a near-perfect sanctuary for wildlife, including the mighty anaconda, the Essequibo, Demerara and Berbice rivers, along with their countless tributaries, form the highways and hunting grounds for these semi-aquatic serpents. The anacondas of Guyana thrive in the dark, tannin-stained waters and the swampy margins of these river systems. They share this lush environment with giants of their own kind, the giant river otter, the giant anteater, and the arapaima, one of the world's largest freshwater fish. The country's low human population density and commitment to preserving its natural heritage through a network of protected areas mean that these ecosystems remain largely intact. In the deep, quiet waters of Guyana, the anaconda continues its reign as a top predator, a living embodiment of the wild spirit of this unspoiled corner of South America. Adjacent to Guyana lies Suriname, the most forested country on Earth, with over 93% of its landmass covered by tropical rainforest. This extraordinary level of forest cover, combined with a low population density concentrated along the coast, leaves the vast interior as a virtually untouched wilderness. This is a paradise for the anaconda. The country is drained by several large river systems, including the Copenhague, Suriname, and Moroni rivers, whose slow-moving lower reaches and associated swamps provide ideal conditions for these massive constrictors to live and hunt. The Central Suriname Nature Reserve, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a massive protected expanse of primary tropical forest that serves as a crucial stronghold for the country's biodiversity, anacondas included. Here, the snakes can grow to immense proportions, feeding on the rich variety of wildlife that inhabits the rivers and swamps. The health of Suriname's forests and rivers is directly linked to the health of its anaconda population. As long as these forests remain standing and these rivers flow freely, the future of the anaconda in this greenest of nations seems secure, a silent titan in a sea of trees. Our penultimate destination is French Guiana, an overseas department of France that lies on the northeast coast of South America. Like its neighbors, it is a land dominated by rainforest, a part of the ancient Guiana Shield. A significant portion of its territory is protected, most notably by the Guiana Amazonian Park, one of the largest national parks in all of France and the European Union. This commitment to conservation provides a safe and stable environment for the anaconda, shielding it from the habitat loss and persecution that threaten it elsewhere. The rivers of French Guiana, such as the Aproueg and the Oyapock, are characterized by their dark acidic black water, which flows through pristine forests. These conditions are perfectly suited to the anaconda's cryptic lifestyle. Here it can ambush prey with remarkable efficiency, its dark patterned skin providing the perfect camouflage against the tannin-stained water and decaying leaf litter. In this unique corner of the Amazon, administered from a continent away, the anaconda remains a wild and untamed heart, a powerful predator thriving in one of South America's best protected wildernesses. For our final destination, we travel to the southern edge of the Anacondas Range, to Paraguay. While more famous for the arid Chaco region, Paraguay's eastern and northern territories contain portions of the Pantanal wetlands and the humid basins of the Paraguay and Parana rivers. It is in these wetter, more tropical regions that we find the country's anaconda population. Here, we are more likely to encounter the yellow anaconda, a smaller but equally formidable relative of the green anaconda, perfectly adapted to the swamps and marshes of the Pantanal and the Gran Chaco's riverine habitats. The Paraguayan Chaco and Pantanal are landscapes of stark contrast, with distinct wet and dry seasons that dictate the rhythm of life. The yellow anaconda is a master of this environment, adept at hunting in the flooded grasslands and marshes for birds, rodents, and caiman. Although its populations here are less dense and not as well studied as those in the Amazon basin, its presence highlights the adaptability of these snakes. Paraguay represents the southern frontier for these magnificent creatures, a reminder that their realm extends beyond the deep Amazon and into the diverse and dynamic wetlands at the very heart of the continent. Our journey through the Anacondas domain has taken us across a continent, from the dense heart of the Amazon to the sun-scorched plains of the southern wetlands. We have seen how this extraordinary creature is inextricably linked to the great river systems of South America. It is not merely an inhabitant of these waters, it is an embodiment of their power, their mystery, and their untamed spirit. In each of these 10 nations, the anaconda plays a vital role, a silent architect of its ecosystem, maintaining a balance that has been perfected over millions of years. The survival of this magnificent serpent is a barometer for the health of our planet's most vital freshwater habitats. The threats are many: deforestation, pollution of waterways, and the ever-expanding human footprint. Yet, in the vast protected parks of Colombia and the remote wetlands of Bolivia, we see hope. We see a recognition that the value of these creatures and the wilderness they inhabit is beyond measure. Their existence enriches our world in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend, reminding us of a planet that is still wild, still full of wonder. As long as the Amazon, the Orinoco, and the Paraguay rivers continue to flow, and as long as great tracts of forest and wetland remain intact, the water boa will endure. It will continue its silent watch beneath the dark waters, a timeless predator in a timeless land. The future of the anaconda is in our hands. It is our responsibility to ensure that this treasure of the natural world, this colossal and captivating serpent, continues to reign in its watery kingdom for generations to come. The story of the anaconda is far from over.